Good evening, my loves. I hope you had an amazing day. Let's get ready for our evening movement. For our practice today, you might want to have 2 blocks on hand and perhaps also a pillow for when we get down to the floor. Let's begin. Bringing our feet hip distance. Let's start with a few breath swings just to get that excess energy out of our system. Inhaling. And as we exhale, bending hips and knees, hinge forward and exhale. Inhale. Do it again. Big breath out. Inhaling. Letting go of the layers of the day. Any of your to-do lists, just let them go. Any of the experience, one big sigh, let it out. Let's bring our hands down by our side. Just rolling our shoulders out a little bit. I hope that you're feeling a little bit more settled, a little bit more present and aware. Let's close our eyes, taking one hand to our belly, one hand to our heart. And with our eyes closed, taking 5 expansive deep breaths in and out. Now as we inhale, let's really breathe in to the hand that is on our abdomen and feeling that rise and fall of our belly. As we breathe in to expand our abdomen, let's exhale and think of softening shoulders, allowing our lower jaw to fall away from our upper jaw. Maybe noticing any of the tension from our day melting away from our shoulders. And if your body needs any movements here, feel free to do so. If you need to do another breath swing, another shoulder roll, maybe even a long stretch, go for it. Just take a deep breath in. And with every exhalation, let's feel ourselves sink a little bit deeper into this moment, becoming fully aware of our feet connected to the earth. One more full breath in. Exhale a big sigh. If our eyes are closed, let's turn our eye gaze towards the floor. Flicker our eyes just a little bit. Take a deep breath in, sweep up to the sky. And then as we exhale, clasping our hands behind our back, spiraling our upper arm bones outward, let's lift our sternum towards the sky for a big chest expansion, a big breath across our collarbones, inhaling. As we exhale, let out a big sigh, lifting sternum just a little bit higher. Now maintaining the chest expansion, let's bend our knees, hinging forward from our hips and allowing ourselves to fold in half. Shaking our head out no and yes. From this folded position, if it feels better to release our hands, we can drop them right to the ground. Otherwise, keeping our hands clasped behind our back, let's inhale, lifting our chest up halfway so our spine is parallel to the ground, and then bending our knees, folding again. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, really lengthening tail to crown, and exhaling, fold. 1 more time. And then exhaling, let's fold ourselves completely in half and surrendering our arms towards the ground. Shaking our head out no and yes. Taking 1 more deep breath in. Exhaling a big sigh. And if we're not there already, let's make our way to the top of our mat, bringing our feet just wider than our hips. So maybe the edges of our feet are going to the long edges of our mat. And we'll need our 2 blocks for this position here. So just placing them in front of our feet, taking a deep inhale. With our soft knees, let's step our right foot back for a long lunge and lowering knee to the ground. Now take hands on top of blocks directly underneath shoulders. Front knee over ankle, and our foot and knee is just a little bit wider than our shoulder, so we're out a little wider here, dropping into our hips. Now if it feels good, some of us might stay right here. Otherwise, some of us might move our blocks forward and maybe placing our forearms or our elbows on the block for a deep lizard stretch. Perhaps the blocks aren't necessary for us today, so we take them out and go right straight to the ground. But for me, I'm going to stay right here. You choose what's best for you. And we're just taking a deep breath in, thinking of sliding our pubic bone forward and opening up our back hip just a little bit more. 1 more deep inhale. Now keeping our our right hand wherever it is, our left hand comes up to the sky for a little bit of a twist. So it doesn't need to be anything too dramatic, just enough to turn our chest towards our leg, and then we reach to the sky. Inhaling, and then exhaling, hand to floor, moving our blocks out of the way, tucking back toe, knee lifts, and we step forward, wide fold. Again, shaking our head out no, and then yes. Hands to shins, lifting up halfway for monkey, and then exhaling, forward fold, hands to the ground again, this time our left leg stepping back. Knee to the ground, block set up as before, again checking front knee over ankle, and we drop into our hips. If we're taking it down to our forearms, we can, otherwise staying where it feels most comfortable, pressing pubic bone forward and breathing. Big, deep, expansive breaths into our abdomen. Choice to stay here, otherwise, left hand stays down, right hand to the sky. It's been a long day for me as well, I totally get it. So I'm messing up my rights and lefts, but you're doing what feels comfortable. Let's take one more full in breath. And then exhaling, top hand to floor, moving our blocks out of the way, tucking back toe. Now listen carefully. We're swiveling our front foot in, and our back knee comes up to our heel. Take a seat. Face me here. Some options for our seated position. Now some of us might have our legs crossed with our right leg in front. Great place to start. Some of us might take our left knee in line with our pubic bone and cross our right ankle over left thigh. If that's where we are today, we're lifting our sternum. Doesn't matter what position we're in. Taking a deep inhale. And as we exhale, our heart goes to the right side. Left hand can either wrap around our knee, or if we're in the cross-legged position, we simply rest left hand on right knee. Inhaling, long, deep breath. And exhaling to twist just a little bit further. Inhaling, let's come through center. Whatever leg positioning we have, we'll switch. This time, left shin in front or left ankle crossed over right thigh. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, twist. Now think of pelvis staying locked and rib cage doing the rotation. Again, our variation, shins crossed, right hand, left knee. And as we deeply breathe in, we're reaching our crown to the sky. And as we exhale, we're maybe finding a deeper expression of twist. Inhaling through center. Taking one knee to chest, and we're rolling all the way onto our back. So have your blocks easily accessible on either side of you, and your pillow as well. Taking one knee, rolling all the way down, and just giving ourselves a big hug, rocking side to side. Now from this position here, placing feet on the ground, hands by our side, turn palms down, and as we inhale, let's peel our spine off the ground, vertebra by vertebra, lifting into bridge. And then as we exhale, slowly coming down piece by piece. We want to feel each vertebra touch the ground one at a time. Inhaling again. This time, if it feels good, let's reach arms to the sky. And then as we exhale, bringing hands to the floor. Two more just like this. Opening up our body and then exhaling, sinking down. One more time. And this time placing hips and hands on the ground. Let's take the soles of our feet together and placing our blocks or maybe our pillows on either side of our thighs. So our thighs can rest gently in butterfly pose. Now, if this doesn't feel comfortable for us, we might extend our legs and find a traditional approach to our relaxation. But we're only here for 5 breaths. Let's place one hand on our abdomen, one hand on our heart. And then as we inhale, we feel our abdomen expand. And as we exhale, we give thanks for this breath. On our next in-breath, we give thanks for the experience of our day. Another breath, giving thanks for all interactions with our loved ones. And as we exhale, we think of settling and surrendering into the support of this love. One more deep breath in for big gratitude for our physical body. Now you're welcome to stay here, my love, for as many more breaths as you need. And I will see you again tomorrow. Good night.